Hi, I'd like to introduce you to the number one practice framework for going to market. So, I've been in marketing for many years. I've also done sales and work with client success teams. And I've always been wanting to bring it all together in a simple format that entrepreneurship students and small business owners could understand. And I've done that with RACERS model. Let me introduce it to you. Now, racers is like a game. It's a mountain of going from your customer's big goal in reach all the way at the bottom, all the way to your big goal. And you do that through a series of steps that you take. You figure out why they need to achieve a certain goal and then how you can help them achieve that. You come up with an incident that dramatically lets them see the light of being able to overcome a challenge or an obstacle, save money, save time, where they try your solution there and they're happy. And you move on to conversion, where you understand what the economic buyer needs versus wants and what that economic payoff is, all the way to post sale in engaging, in onboarding, training, kickoff call, into renewing any client user. Could even be a patron of your store or your service, through product satisfaction, support satisfaction, user communications. And then ultimately, you need to figure out a way to scale a growth metric and also reduce a cost metric like customer acquisition cost to reach your goal. And that's the beauty of racers. It's an iterative process where one step leads to the next, and focusing really passionately on your customer's big goal helps you reach yours. So, how is that done? Well, in the actual app, you're able to, and I'll use one of my accounts right here for FitFam Gym. You're able to set your goal on your winnable customer profiles, what I refer to it as. We are a fitness gym catering to families who need extra amenities like daycare and dining options as they work out. Pretty cool. And so the AI of the app gives us a uniqueness score of 65. You're able to go into your profile and answer some questions about what you do. And the more answers that you give the system in describing your ideal customer and their pain points, and then answering some racers questions, the better. And so I did a quick, analysis just based on the description, and it said, I like the AI likes the family-friendly amenities, in-gym dining, focused on families, but there's really not a clear definition of the ideal customer or any ways that you're going to go to market, because we don't have any other answers here. And so if you click out of this, let's go to the actual campaign board and click on a step. So under reach, how can we creatively capture attention? We've got some ideas here. You can always view more details, you can show less, and then you can have AI give you suggestions on what you could do. So you could either add your own task here or have AI help you. You're tracking your spend as well. All of that spend across all of your 6 steps and stages of your go to market equal your total budget that you set in your profile. So we're tracking at 51% of our total budget. We can go into convert, because maybe we're pretty good at reaching a track, but not so good at sealing the deal. We can say, you know what, I'm a little, I'm a gym, I cater on families, but I just need some more ideas. So OpenAI's integration with my app is going to suggest a few ideas here. Expert-led workshop, and it gets into some detail as well. Refer a family, get rewarded. So you can always quickly add any of these to your plan, and then that'll be added. You can also add your own tasks, as I said, like fly to New York City to close a big company. Now, in FitFam Gym, that may be a partner. Maybe you want to close an investor for you to buy an adjacent, town's gym, expand. You can always show all stages, sort by date or stage. So you've got all your reach, attract, convert, and anything that's checked is checked off. So you got a snapshot of what you're doing there. And then finally, but definitely not the least important, probably the most important, is what are you driving towards? What's your revenue goal? What's your customer acquisition cost? What's your customer retention? All this is a little bit just playing around because we truly don't have a comprehensive CAC or CRC until you've input all of your activities and the correct cost. And then you input the number of customers you've generated, or let the app do that on a task by task basis to come up with $66 by dividing the total spend across reach, attract, convert, and all the customers. And CRC is calculating engage, renew, and scale. Profit margin. So let's just say you've got 25,000 in revenue for this gym so far. You've input, let's say, weights, all your exercise equipment costs 6,500. Operating expenses, your lease, your light, your utilities, things like that. A little bit of taxes, some little basic accounting work, and we see we have a net margin of 60%. Now, if we said taxes are going to be a little bit less this year, obviously the net margin can go up. So that is RACERS plan. But I want to show you how cool it is. It doesn't just, focus on FitFam. Obviously, it's whatever your venture is. So I've got another account here, and this one is for a county. So as you can see across the county, I've got a lot of tasks. I've got reach, attract, convert, some are overdue. I can always go in here and say, that acquisition accelerator, because a county is a professional services accounting firm that focuses on trade businesses. And so I could say, you know what, that date, we were never going to hit that. Let's go down a little bit to next week. And then we'll save that, and it's no longer overdue. So now this, I have an 85% highly unique because I've answered more questions about my business. So accounting offers accounting and bookkeeping services to trade businesses who want to grow. And so I think I've gone in here and said what my ideal customer is: HVAC, plumbing, electrical companies that need experienced accounting advisors so they can grow and expand through acquisition. Customer pain point, unique selling prop, all these things are just self-answered. Racers, there's a reach question such as, it's great. It's you can't see it unless you haven't answered. How can we creatively capture attention? So you go through, answer all that, and you get a higher score. So it's fun to go through and say, I've got a bigger goal with the county. I've got more of a true CAC here, and I'm at a. Oh, that's really funny. Somehow the other one was 62% too. Let's say I'm at cost of goods sold of 2,600, so now I'm down to 34 net margin. So that is RACER's plan. And you can always, again, look at everything you've got to do, kind of sort by stage, and really keep track of your business that way. So I really look forward to seeing what you can do with the #1 practice framework for going to market. And there's a bunch of exercises in the workbook where you're learning across RACERS kind of what the big goal is in reach, how to provide a emotional attachment, to pull people into your brand or product with a story, how to convert with a clear payoff, engage with a fast ROI time, renew with sticky stats, and scale with better metrics. So that is racersplan.com. Look forward to seeing what you can do with it. Thank you.